Welcome to the new video, All Cryptic in the Year 1969, holds a fascinating chapter in Australian numismatic history, especially for collectors of Elizabeth II coins. While many people consider the 1960s as a decade of transition for Australian currency, the coins of 1969 have gained a special place among collectors due to their rarity, unique features, and sometimes even minting errors. The most expensive 1969 Elizabeth II Australian coin is not just a simple piece of metal, but a highly treasured artifact that tells the story of Australia's coinage, the monarchy's influence, and the evolution of currency design. In today's video, we are going to dive deep into the history, rarity, and value of the most expensive 1969 Elizabeth II coin from Australia, exploring why collectors pay such high prices for this piece, how it is graded, and what makes it stand out among others in numismatic history. When we look back at the 1969 Australian coins, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin dominates the obverse side. This portrait was introduced in 1966 and remained a strong representation of the young queen throughout the 1960s and early 1970s. Collectors highly value coins that display crisp, clear details of the queen's profile, as many coins circulated heavily during that time, resulting in worn surfaces. The quality of preservation has a huge influence on the price, with pristine uncirculated coins being much rarer than those that pass through everyday hands. For example, while most 1969 coins may only be worth a small fraction in average circulated condition, a superbly preserved proof or rare error coin can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. One of the standout aspects of the 1969 Australian coinage is the 50-cent piece, which by that time had transitioned from its earlier round silver design of 1966 to the dodecagonal copper-nickel version that became standard. Collectors are particularly interested in proof issues from 1969, as they were struck in limited numbers for presentation sets. These proof coins were produced with polished dies and highly detailed finishes, making them rare treasures today. The scarcity of surviving sets in perfect condition drives their value significantly higher. A complete 1969 proof set can already be expensive, but when individual coins are graded by professional services and achieve high marks, such as PF 68 or PF 69, their value soars in the collector's market. Another fascinating aspect lies in the mint errors of 1969. Error coins are among the most sought-after items in numismatics, and the 1969 Elizabeth II Australian coins are no exception. Errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, and die cracks can dramatically increase the coin's value. Imagine holding a coin that left the Royal Australian Mint with striking mistake, making it truly one of a kind. Collectors will pay a premium for these unusual coins, with some rare errors from 1969 selling for several thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. These mistakes, rather than being considered flaws, actually enhance the collectability of the coins and make them prized possessions for numismatists. Let us also not forget the role of historical context in driving the value of the 1969 Australian Elizabeth II coins. This was a period just a few years after Australia had switched from pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal system in 1966. Coins minted in the early years of decimal currency hold a nostalgic charm and represent a major national transition. For many Australians, coins like those from 1969 remind them of their youth and the novelty of a new currency. Collectors worldwide see these coins as key milestones in modern numismatic history, adding to their desirability and value. Condition, of course, is everything in numismatics. A 1969 Elizabeth II coin in average circulated condition might only fetch a modest amount, but in uncirculated or mint state, the story changes dramatically. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC have certified examples of 1969 Australian coins that have achieved top grades, and these coins can sell for incredible amounts at auctions. The higher the grade, the sharper the details, and the more lustrous the coin appears, the higher the demand. Collectors are willing to compete fiercely for the best preserved examples, pushing prices into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One particularly rare and valuable coin from 1969 is a proof 20-cent piece. These coins were not meant for general circulation and were struck with great care for collectors. The 20-cent proof coin of 1969 is extremely rare in top condition and has sold for record-breaking amounts at auctions. Similarly, the proof 50-cent coin, with its unique dodecagonal shape and striking finish, is also highly prized. A single coin like this, when graded perfectly, can sometimes reach a value that astonishes casual collectors. The fascination with the 1969 Elizabeth II Australian coins also lies in their design elements. On the reverse side, coins like the 20-cent feature Stuart Devlin's platypus, while the 50-cent shows the Australian coat of arms. These designs are iconic representations of Australian identity and wildlife, making the coins not just monetary units, but miniature works of art. Collectors are drawn not only to the rarity and condition, but also to the cultural significance represented in these designs. Each coin is a small but powerful reminder of Australia's heritage and national pride. When talking about the most expensive 1969 Elizabeth II Australian coin, we must also highlight the role of auctions. Auction houses like Noble Numismatics in Australia and international platforms have seen fierce bidding wars over rare examples from this year. In some cases, prices have exceeded expectations, setting records and confirming the strong demand for these coins. For example, a 1969 proof set in pristine condition can easily sell for thousands, and an individual high-grade proof coin may fetch even more. Error coins with dramatic visual appeal often spark intense interest, leading to remarkable sale prices. Collectors also consider rarity in terms of survival rate. While thousands of coins were minted in 1969, not all survived in collectible condition. Many were used in daily transactions, scratched, or lost. Those that remain in high-grade conditions are exceedingly rare, which adds to their value. Proof issues had smaller mintages to begin with, and many of them have since been mishandled, making untouched examples even scarcer. This rarity factor plays a huge role in determining the market price and explains why the most expensive 1969 Elizabeth II coins are so highly prized today. For those who wish to start collecting coins from 1969, it is essential to understand the market. Not every coin from that year is worth a fortune, but knowing what to look for can make all the difference. Pay attention to mint marks, errors, proof issues, and overall condition. Research auction records to get an idea of what certain coins have sold for in the past. And most importantly, handle coins carefully and consider professional grading to preserve their value. Even a small scratch can significantly lower a coin's worth, so preservation is key. As we explore deeper, it becomes clear that the most expensive 1969 Elizabeth II Australian coin is much more than a piece of money. It is a collector's dream, a piece of art, a historical token, and a cultural symbol. Its value is not only in its rarity or condition, but also in the story it tells. The journey from men,